Lustful Men from a Woman's Perspective, designed to help men, not shame them. Video by Saja Brown. Y'all go check her out if y'all like this video.
It's very common for women to say that they hate lustful men, that they hate overly sexual men. And whenever they describe these men, we always describe them as pathetic or weak. They're weak. It's weak. It's weak. It's pathetic. It's weak. And a lot of the confusion behind us saying this comes from the fact that we do a very, very poor job at being able to explain what we mean when we say these things. And I kind of wrestled with it for a little bit myself. And instinctually, I knew what other women were saying. Like, I know what they meant. I know what we mean when we say it. But I couldn't explain it. So I wrestled with it for a little bit, and I found a way of being able to explain it. So that way men and women alike can all be on the same level of understanding as it pertains to why hypersexual men are typically undesirable.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's cap. Growing up, I was a very hypersexual guy, got into porn at a young age, unfortunately, and that led me to objectifying women, but that never stopped me from being desirable by women. If anything, women hearing the rumors about me and how many women I had before, especially during like those younger years, high school, all that stuff, it only got me more women. That there were a very small amount of women that didn't want to see if the rumors were true about me and stuff like that. Like, there were some, but I wouldn't say that a lustful man is undesirable. But I will say it will lead you down the wrong path and bring chaos into your life if you're just a guy that's out here recklessly slinging D, right? I've told y'all plenty of times about my stories of how that got me in trouble and how it changed my life around. So the thing about lust, it's our driving force as a man, It's one of the driving forces, right? It's something that pushes us to want to spread our seed far and wide, and maybe want to have multiple women in our lives or whatever, but you have to have control of it. So I won't agree with her on saying that a lustful man is quote unquote undesirable, but you do want to have control of that. But let's go ahead and hear the rest of her thoughts.
So the reason why women say that hypersexual men, that lustful men are undesirable, is because of how our minds work as women. So as women, we understand, even if we don't want to admit it at times, that we're physically not the strongest. We're aware of this. And so we have to make decisions in order to protect ourselves. And that's typically one of the biggest characteristics that a woman will identify that she wants in a partner. I want a provider. I want a protector. And essentially what she's saying is she wants a man who is a leader. And what's the one quality that no one, male or female, wants in a leader? Over-emotional. No one wants an over-emotional leader. No one. Now, typically men deem over-emotional to be any emotion that's viewed as feminine. So sadness, anxiety, things like that are typically deemed to be feminine presenting emotions. So whenever a woman is displaying those emotions, a man will call it her being over emotional. She's crying, she's sad because she saw a sad movie, or she saw a sad, some sort of sad story. Oh, she's being over emotional. She's feeling a little over emotional. But the truth is, over emotional is any emotion that is in excess, including the ones that are deemed to be masculine. So you can be overly angry, you can be overly prideful, and you can also be overly lustful as well.
See, what she's really trying to say here is we don't want a undisciplined leader. And I think I think that's true, right? A woman, if she wants a man leading her life, a provider and protector and all that stuff, she also wants him to be disciplined and able to control herself, because that's a big thing about lust, is that if you don't have control of it, like you don't even want a guy that can't control his lust in your circle for real, because he might give up the kingdom, he might give up the secrets, or he might tell a woman anything just to get some vagina from her, and it could ruin a lot of things. So a undisciplined man who is undisciplined in the area of sex and lust is one of the worst things you can have as a leader or even around you.
So in being an overly lustful man, you are an over emotional man. And An overly lustful man is any man who does not have structured parameters behind his lust, protecting his lust. And what I mean by structured parameters is things like marriage, right? There's a marital document, and there is that commitment and a bunch of commitments that follows this marriage that helps him stay directed in his lust, helps him, for lack of a better word, target his lust towards his wife specifically. So that way it's confined. So that's one of the forms of structure that is given to a man's lust that helps it stay within its parameters. And without these parameters.
Nah, man, she needs to read The Way of the Superior Man, because it will tell you that a man is always going to have lust for other women. It's just his prerogative if he wants to act on that or not. Like, that's up to him. Now, if he feels like it's going to help him in his purpose and his mission in life, then okay. But at the end of the day, that marital document stuff she's talking about, that's not gonna work for a lot of guys. That's like, it's up to him to have that level of discipline. At the end of the day, you can't put any worldly things like that's. A lot of guys aren't even signing marital documents nowadays anyway, because it's just a bad deal for them. She seems like a very, more so feminist perspective on things, probably been through a lot of things in life. I ain't gonna judge her. This is the only video I've ever seen from her before, so we just gonna continue though. We're just gonna continue.
The lust runs wild and it becomes inefficient and even at times burdensome. And we as women acknowledge that, because we do have a lot of responsibilities that we're supposed to have within the house and even outside of the house if she's a working woman. So we in general tend to have a lot of responsibilities that we have to attend to. And we're able to see that if this man is overly lustful, when I'm in the kitchen trying to make the cake for our child's birthday party where all of their friends are about to come over and celebrate with us, and he's supposed to be in the backyard blowing up the bounce house, instead of him doing what he's supposed to be doing and letting me do what I need to do, so that way we can get this party on the road, he's going to be, if he can't control himself, right? He's going to be in the kitchen trying to bother me. He's going to be trying to stop me from finishing my tasks and doing what I need to do because he can't control himself.
Oh man, she sounds like a bad time. She sounds like a bad woman to be with. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like most people, especially if you're going to be in a monogamous relationship, you're going to make a man only have sex with you for the rest of your life, and he can't even get it on his time when he won't. This is the problem that we're having in the Western society right here. You worried about the bouncy house that's going to he's not blowing it up with his mouth. You plug it up to the little vacuum thing and it does what it does. That takes 2 seconds. Like, you worried about him distracting you and trying to get a little something, trying to be spontaneous and all of that. I don't know, man. It's not connecting to me, but y'all let me know if I'm tripping.
Himself. So it's just inefficient and it's ineffective and it tends to present as something burdensome. And as a leader, right, you need to be able to control yourself if you're going to have any say-so over anyone else. Nobody would want a leader that can't control themselves, that can't rile in and discipline their lust. So there's so many different moving parts to it, but that's really the main concept. If you're a man and you are super lustful and you cannot control your lust, as in reel it in to one specific person, then it shows that there is a stain on your ability to lead that would make you ineffective for your wife and for your family, because your lust will take the reins when it comes to any of the various aspects of you being a protector. It's really an issue for women because of the reasons that I detailed just now. I hope that this provides a little bit more clarity. And if it doesn't, please ask questions down below, give your thoughts down below. And I'm even willing to make a part 2 if you guys want more of an explanation or you want more details or if I need to clarify anything. I do want to say this is not to shame anybody, but it is to offer maybe a different opinion than what you've heard before. Or if it's not different and you do resonate with this, and a lot of you do resonate, which many women do, it's to help you better clarify what it is you're feeling and what it is you're experiencing.
All right. Yeah, she kind of lost me there towards the end. I will say this, as a man, you do need to be disciplined and make sure you're not out here slinging D recklessly. Like, that can be bad for you. It can bring chaos into your life. And I don't recommend it. I do recommend, if you want to, lay down with a woman, make sure that that's someone that you're willing to have a baby with, you're willing to be with for the rest of your life, and you're willing to take care of her for the rest of your life. She seems like she's trying to shame guys into monogamy and shame the guys that are in sexless relationships and not getting anything, and trying to be spontaneous with their wives. Like, I can't get none while you baking the cake is crazy to me. But hey, to each their own. She gave her perspective, and I do appreciate her perspective. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like I said, check out her video, check out her page, fairly new channel. She got a lot of subs. Yeah, man, very, very interesting lady right here. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. As always, love y'all. I'm out.